Hi, I'm Rebecca Olson, CEO of the Maryland Association of CPAs. This year, we're thrilled to once again host the MACPA Foundation's Women to Watch Awards. We're excited to celebrate 30 amazing female leaders in our profession. And these awards not only recognize their success and contributions, but also inspire the next generation of leaders. Join me now for a brief interview with one of our incredible honorees, and we hope to see you in person on September 26th at our Women to Watch Awards breakfast.
My name is Lindsey Welsh. I'm an audit managing director at KPMG. I've been there for 16 years. I've had a little bit of an untraditional career because I've actually worked in 4 different offices, including Zurich, Switzerland. I did a rotation overseas, which was wonderful. But I've spent the last 4 years leading KPMG's network of women, which has really been a highlight of my career and is really just been something that's been special to me to be able to help encourage and lead the women in the Baltimore office and really help them to grow their career.
That's so fascinating and awesome that you've had both that opportunity to go and travel and work internationally, and then to be able to have part of your job as really giving back and lifting up other women. And so I'm wondering if maybe it's going to be one of those or something completely different that you would characterize as maybe up until this point, because we know there's going to be more. What accomplishment are you most proud of in your career?
It's interesting. As I was thinking about this, and it kind of gives you that time to reflect over your career. And there's a lot of different opportunities that I've had, just given sort of my non-traditional roles. And leading No has definitely been one of those. But really, when I thought about it, the accomplishment that stands out to me is one of my non-traditional tracks was I did 3 years in our national office of our Department of Professional Practice. And while I was in that role, I was actually given the opportunity to lead and stand up an audit quality review program. So we piloted the program. It was about 30 engagements nationally, but due to the response and how successful it was through our inspections process, it's now been rolled out. So every SEC issuer, integrated or financial statement audit has to go through this program nationally. And just knowing that I helped to build something that is supporting audit quality on such a large scale. Sometimes it's hard to grasp, but something I'm just really proud of.
Absolutely. What a great opportunity. And then to see something that you were a part of kind of grow and become so influential is just an amazing blessing, I'm sure. Throughout your career, I would bet there's probably some significant mentors or role models, whether that be in the office as clients or even family members, teachers. Who would be that, and maybe it's multiple, significant mentor or role model for you in your career?
Sure. Again, I think back to your point, there's been so many mentors and people who I look up to in the firm, but the one that I think is I go back, always comes back to is a partner that I've worked for now for probably over half my career. And what it was about him is that he taught me not only what it means to be a leader, but to be a selfless leader. And the benefit that actually can come back around by being selfless in your leadership approach. And when I say that, it's when people who work for him enjoy working for him, but seem to always be given opportunities to do something bigger, different, on a different scale. And I have never once seen him hesitate, even though arguably it's not good for him to lose somebody on his engagements, but he, without hesitation, will support his people to take on new roles and new challenges. And the interesting thing is almost all of it comes back to end up benefiting him later. So it's really taught me what it means to be a leader in this space, and recognizing that the more we support the people who are, with us and on our teams, the better we are as a firm, and really the benefits that come from putting your people first just pays off in dividends.
Absolutely. Wow. What a blessing to be able to witness that, and to have that as a model. And certainly I can hear how it has shaped your impression and your definition of what a leader is and what it looks like. And so if you had to complete the sentence, being a leader means what?
I would say being a leader means coaching, inspiring, and supporting others to meet their full potential.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's about the other people around us, and creating other future leaders.
Absolutely.
On your journey, in your career, you've probably seen the accounting and finance profession evolve, right?
Mhm.
Especially working in different areas, working internationally, working in the national office. What advice would you give a young person that's considering entering the profession, or maybe just entering your firm or the profession abroad?
It's interesting. This is definitely one that I think it's the answer to a lot lately is technology. It is changing. Technology is changing every day, and it's changing our everyday. The KPMG has a $1 billion relationship with Microsoft now that's solely focused on our technology and building and enhancing what that looks like for our firm globally. And embracing technology, I think, is fundamental to being in the accounting field, and recognizing that technology is not going to take our jobs, but people who know how to use the technology will take your job. And making sure that you understand the basic fundamentals of accounting. And I think that that's where I've seen a drastic difference in people, younger people coming out of college, ones who rely on technology as though it is fact and truth, and ones that recognize that you have to be professionally skeptical of what the technology has and what it's showing you. I think in our everyday lives, you can, media, social media, all of that, you can never take anything at face value. And technology is the same way. You can't just say, well, the software said that this was the answer. Well, the software is not always right. And being able to really understand the fundamentals of accounting so that you can critically analyze the outputs of the different technologies that are being developed is what will make the difference in our profession going forward.
Absolutely. It's the professional skepticism. It's the human plus the technology, really amplifying one another, right?
Yes,
And it's certainly not going to replace us, but it is a superpower that we have at our disposal. One of the
absolutely.
things that we're seeing as our profession continues to evolve, and we're a continuous learning profession, right? And so some of that evolving has always happened. But we've seen that there tends to be a narrative out there in the public about what a CPA does, what we look like, how we work. And that doesn't always match up. And so at MACPA, we're really trying to think about what is the purpose of our profession? What is the end goal, the impact that we're able to have on society, on financial markets, all of that. So as you think about your career and your influence and your space of the profession, Lindsey, what is your CPA purpose? How does that motivate you?
Yeah, when I think about why I came into this profession, I was going to college and my dad said, he's going to pay for my college degree as long as my first degree was in accounting, because the world will always need accountants and you'll always have a stable job. So that sort of mindset of, there's stability in it. I think sometimes people would question stability with the technology and the disruption anymore. But I think that fundamental basis of there is a fundamental need for accountants has not changed. But I think what I don't know that I appreciated back then is that it's so much more than numbers. And just because you like math doesn't mean you're going to be good in accounting. The misconception that comes with that, especially in auditing. At the end of the day, auditing is about people and relationships, and being able to have conversations, be professionally skeptical, and really understand a business and be able to help support growth in industry. And I think that that to me has given me more purpose, is recognizing that it's so much more than the numbers.